Aha! Part two. All right, all right, all right. They almost got me, Ma. They almost got me. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and we are live. It is a Thursday. It is January 28th. We are rolling into the weekend just a few hours shy, and we've got a lot of show to do. Actually, we don't. It's just something you say, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to try it out. We're going to try the show and see how this works tonight. We've got everybody here, I see. Let me unpin the message. You guys are fantastic. How do you unpin? You hit a U and a P, I see. Let me unpin. There we go. Now that we're here, welcome to the show. So, planes, trains, and automobiles. UFOs a threat to planes, trains, and automobiles. They are. They are. Hey, I want to thank everybody for last night. Those super chats were out of this world, and I appreciate all the well wishes. It was fine last night. I don't understand what happened, but it was just like it was strange, and I appreciate it, and I thought about it a lot, and yeah, I don't know what else to say except thank you. I can't even speak. And Lori Oliphant started off tonight with a $5 super sticker. It was a pair of ha-has. It was the pair, and then it said ha-ha. So it's a pair of ha-has, not tatas. Capiche? Hey, it's a one capiche show within 10 minutes. That's amazing. Not a bad thing to be around, a one capiche show. That means we're on a roll already in the first 10 minutes. No, first 3 minutes. Yeah, because we started late. Well, later. Late is late, Rich. Late is late. Stephen Karn, is it Carne? Karn says, good morning, brother, and morning, Goof On family. Thank you very much. Hey, Brandley Bunjay last night with huge super chats with the $1.99 super chat already. It's a super sticker that says vibes. That's a neat one. I've never seen that. Thank you, Brandley Bunjay, for the generous super chat sticker thingy. I think my I don't know. I got nothing on jokes. I wanted to say something funny. I would say welcome everybody individually, but we know that takes a little longer. B. Baker, Coraline, Lisa Marie, Blue Chicken, First Floor Audio, Arno Rodmeyer's here. TTSA was the biggest scam. Can't believe people invested in those clowns. Yes, Arno. We will talk about that, as a matter of fact. Brandalee Bunjay with the chicken or pear thumbs up super sticker for $3. Don't you wish they just had the stickers and we can just plug them in as we go along? I bet you it gets to that. Thank you, Brandalee. Brandalee Bunjay. I hope I'm saying your name right, because if it's Bungie, then, I deserve to be whacked. Whacked. What am I, Italian? I am Italian. All right. So thank you, Brandalee. Brandalee came around Goof On one night. She was looking to make somebody happy. Then she saw this guy talking TV things, and she said, why not me? And gave him $3 bills he saw came and made him draw. He left in message to her. He said, thank you. But when the last known survivor hey, I tell you, that is good stuff they give you. I tell you, it really makes you creative. Of the tiger, dent, Goofonville, dent, 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 Din, din, din. It's Goof on Hill. It is. We are in Goofonville, everybody. We are! Come on, everybody! Would you join me for a little bit of crop circle song? There it is. There's your crop circle song. I tell you, you just can't work with AI anymore. I need a human to work with, please. I bet you if I refresh, it'll work. Okay, would you do it for the crop circle song? Of course you would. That's how it was planned. In rehearsal. What are they? They are you. What am I? Do I pee? What do I pee? Tonight's drink, you'll never guess it in 50 years. Maybe 100. But not even Jaime Maussan could be here for this drink this evening. Yoo-hoo. The drink of champions. I needed something. Don't get mad at me, B. Baker. It's my life. All right, I'm joking. But that was cute. Cute stuff. All right. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Huh? What are we doing? When? This? Hold on a second. No. Oh, you are right. Wow. Yeah, nobody's here. What happened? Did the show go up? Did it work? Did we get it live on the homepage? What happened? Yeah, it's there. I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Some nights you get the big nights. Some nights you get smaller nights. That's it. That's life in the big city. They can't all be, you know what I mean? We're not here for that. We're not here for that. We're here to just give information. Whoever shows up, shows up. That's the way it's always been. Remember? The strong 300, the proud 30. Ooh, don't say proud, because that could go with proud males. Boys. Don't. Out the window. Before we get into planes, trains, and automobiles, UFOs are a threat. I'm telling you right now, they really are. Yeah, I thought about it long and hard, and I said, no, they're not a threat. Oh, they can't be. But they are. Yeah, I want you to think about that for a minute. We'll come back to it, because I want to play this video. I've had it for the last couple of days. I don't know if you're familiar with the, what is it, Palguska? Pasalka? There was well, this has to do with the alien abduction, Pasculga event. I think that's what it was, right? Anyway, this is pretty interesting. It's from CTV News. I think that's a real news agency, but it looks fake. It looks like they're recreating the news from the 80s or maybe the 70s. I don't know. But I like this, so I have to play it. It's just what I do. Do you care? No. Here we go.
Local men confronted authorities with a rather bizarre story. Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker told of a strange craft landing near their fishing site and of being taken aboard by 3 unearthly creatures. The 2 men were questioned under hypnosis and lie detectors, but their story remained intact. One of the men suffered a nervous breakdown and is still under treatment. Among the skeptics were Ralph and Judy Blum, already at work on a UFO book. With W5 last week, Ralph and Judy returned.
Brandley Boonjay with a $3 super sticker. Thank you, Brandley. Unbelievable.
Suddenly we were in a wave of
It's very nice.
waves. UFOs were being seen across the country again. We were in what they call a flap. And people began experiencing things that they couldn't explain. Something was happening in our skies in the midst of Watergate, Agnew, the energy crisis, the Middle East. Something was happening, and people...
It's amazing. I think this is real. Yeah, this part's real. I'm not sure if the lady was real. I have to stop it every now and then. I exceeded my 30 seconds. Damn it, Jim. We have to stop and talk. Got to do stop and chat. So this was a very big event. Huge. They've written books. I think there's a couple of movies about this event. They were taken aboard, and this reminds me of the Allagash abductions with the twins. Can't remember their names. Gary, Barry, something with an Ari on it. And 2 or 3 of their friends, same thing happened. They were abducted. They saw aliens several hours. But this one, this event right here, wow. There's some compelling things out there. How can we deny it? You cannot deny alien abductions are real. And if they're not, then what? What are you going to tell me? Hallucinations? Everybody's had the same exact hallucination. Nope. Doesn't work like that. Nope. Sorry, Charlie. All right, listen.
Couldn't understand what it was. We spoke about UFOs, but nobody really knew. And then it hit right here where we are. It hit Pascagoula. Charlie Hickson entered the news, and we had a book to write.
And the book did very well. As a matter of fact, wait a second. Did this come out after or before Travis Walton? 75. That's when this interview was. So it was before. Oh, it was before. Because this interview's from 75. When did the Pascagoula? Madonna mia, with the yoo-hoo, I get indigestion. I got enough agita, you know? This I need. When was the you can't, look, I guarantee you, Google Nest will not understand it. Hey, Google, what year was the Pascagoula UFO abduction case?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Hey, Google, what year was the Pascagoula abduction case?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Thank you.
I'm here to help.
Not really. I don't even know how to spell Pascagoula. 70s. I think it happened in 9 or something like that, right? 1959. Okay. Anyway, it happened before Travis Walton. That's my point. Very interesting that happened before good old Trav, huh? Makes you wonder if good old Travis and his buddies... Nah, come on. That's crazy talk, Richie. It's what we do. I don't know, man. What happened to this? This is a great... All right, let's move up a little bit. Let's go to Charles. Isn't this the guy writing a book?
We're sitting on the other side of the pier with our feet, you know, over toward the river, fishing in the river. And
he was abducted.
The fish still wasn't biting, so I told Calvin, I said, well, you know, we might as well go home. But I guess that was when I heard it. It was some kind of zipping sound.
Zip.
And when I turned around,
Zip.
this area out here, about 40 or 50 feet out there.
Did you notice? Did you see what he's doing, people? Just so you understand how easy it is to tell if somebody's telling the truth or not. This guy's explaining something, but not only is explaining it, he's remembering it and showing you. It was right out there. Like, you know, if somebody's lying to you, they really don't do that. They don't get into details because they're lying. They just have to get to the basics, and that's good enough. But this guy's giving details without even knowing it. You know, gestures and facial expressions. Pretty cool.
It was some kind of craft, you know. It looked like it's going to come right onto the ground. But it came on down and hovered about a foot and a half or 2 feet off of the ground. But we didn't know what to do, you know. The river behind us and that out there not knowing what it was. So.
Wow. They're thinking of ways to get out of there. A threat, mind you. So they felt. And I think abducting people without asking if it's okay to abduct them is a threat. And that is called what, everybody? Yeah, I know it's stealing, but what is it called? Kidnapping. They're kidnapping these people. You can't kidnap American citizens in the middle of the day at night. Come on. This poor guy's just sitting there trying to get some fish. Next thing you know, a UFO lands. Now they're like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? The other guy's like, I'm seeing it. Shut up. We got to get the hell out of here. He's like, got the water river behind him over here and something over there. And, oh, boy. That's where we left off. Here we go.
Oh, and then before we had time to really do anything, it seemed like an opening appeared. Toward the end, it was, you know, toward us. And
Jesus.
the blue light, it had blue flashing lights as it was, you know, approaching the ground, but then they went out. And when the opening appeared, some source of light came from the inside. It was just almost blinding.
Sheriff Diamond, can you tell me just what happened that night?
No, sir, I can't. All I can tell you is it was 2 men.
Man, this looks like it's from the movie, look at these guys, man. Is this cool or what? God, I love our history. They're just as chilliwack as it gets for like an officer. Look how happy that belt is. It's way up there. That is above the navel. That is an above the navel belt. His drawers are 18 inches all the way down here. What's down there? Look at this guy. One button. This is velour. These are corduroy. Corduroy was cool, man. Look, hey guys, don't cover up the emblem. Can you just be... Well, nobody can get there, I guess. Sergeant, you got the rearview mirror there. Yeah, but let's make sure we get this. And show that that's a cop car. It's all about image, isn't it? Bullshit. It never happened. The whole thing's a lie. No, I'm joking. It happened. Pascagoula. 1970-something. The link will be in the description. Capiche? Hey, it's a 2 Capiche show. Forget about it. But yeah, I can't play the whole video. My God. But we did fair use. The link will be in the description. That did come from... why did that move? CTV News. Can we get that back? There we go. Oh. No, I want that there. Okay. Technical difficulties. Averted. What's that? Oh, tonight on third phase, by the way. Third phase of Moon. There will be a video. I gave my audio analysis and opinion on this interesting sighting that happened. Hey, 1028 Productions. That's Doc Skinner, for those of you. What does he say? COVID. He says, yo, goof on. I know Calvin Parker, the guy you talking about. Do you want an interview? Is he cool? Gonna cramp my style. Of course I'd want an interview with... I actually think he has a Facebook page where I was gonna have him on. The book came out recently. And we just never got around to setting a date. And, it's probably my fault because, he's got a lot going on. I got a lot going on. But if you know the guy and you can set that up, hell yeah. We'll have to get together on a date, but that'll be great. Oh, I've got questions. Were you high, Calvin? Were you smoking the shooby shabby? The Hulk? Huh? What are you smoking out there, Calvin? You gonna tell me you're fishing, but you ain't smoking anything. You be smoking something. I want to know the truth. No, I wouldn't do that. Sure I would. I would, in a nice, friendly way. Hey, Calvin, let me ask you. I smoke weed, you smoke weed. We all do. So what were you doing? Bong hits, huh? One-hitters? What do you got there? Joints? Huh? You like joints? Huh? What are you getting? Dabbing? Did you dab back in the 70s? I don't think you dabbed. Hash? Hashish? Alibaba and the 40 Jish? Is that what you were doing? Were you doing Alibaba and the 40 Jish? You tell me the goddamn truth there, Calvin Parker. I want to know. Were you high as a... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Tell me everything. You guys are weird. Of course I wouldn't be that way. On the inside maybe, but that'd be a great interview. I don't know why I never went through. He may have watched one day and said, I ain't going on there. I ain't doing that show. No. We'll get you. We'll have you on. We'll talk to you. We'll get to the bottom of stuff. Cal. All right. Well, that turned a strange way, didn't it? I mean, really. All right. So in this field, we have been hearing about the threat from good old Lou Elizondo, TTSA. They think in Twitter that UFOs are a threat. I, for one, I was like Greer. I was saying they're not a threat. They've never done anything wrong, which is wrong because UFOs have run into vehicles, trains, and, say it, planes. They have. I can't believe it. And probably satellites, maybe a space shuttle. Who the hell knows? But they are really a threat. That's no joke. And I'm tired of playing like they're not a threat. Of course they're a threat. So you were lying, Rich? No. Well, I was lying to myself. I kept trying to tell myself they're not a threat because we don't know of any UFO incidences that took down an airplane or killed anybody. But we do. We do. Foo Fighters, they could be responsible for who knows how many deaths, and we think, oh, good shooter, that guy is. What a hell of a pilot. No, it was a UFO. The UFO shot down 42 airplanes, not John Wayne Jr. here. All right? His name isn't even John Wayne. John Wayne's not even real. He's an actor. He's real? Who played John Wayne? John Wayne, right? John Wayne is John Wayne. The more I say the words John Wayne, it's starting to lose. It's fake. Doesn't even sound real anymore. But these have been a threat forever. And not only are they a threat physically, mentally, they're a threat. What did I just say a few minutes ago? They're kidnapping people in their sleep, out of their cars, walking down the street, you name it. People have gone missing, claimed it was aliens, claimed they were experimented on. And we're not saying they're a threat. Who are we to say that? That, to me, is just blind. That is blind man talk. They are a threat. 100%. You want to go to Brazil? I think it was, 69? Remember all those people were attacked and the army went down there? Put your hand down. Remember that? Put it back up. I mean, seriously. Shake your hand. You know what I mean? Okay, put it back down. I can't do it anymore, man. I can't be this Manchurian candidate anymore. Put your hand up. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Okay, put it down. You don't want to be in this head. Yoo-hoo! That was yummy. That was good. That was a good yoo-hoo. It's a good time. I'm having a great time. Isn't this fun? Yoo-hoo, UFOs, and ukuleles. If I only knew how to play a ukulele, I'd have the trifecta. All right. You know they're a threat. I don't want to hear that they're not. Of course, they're a threat. You just, out of all the sightings, did you know there's a UFO sighting every 8 seconds in the world? It's true. 8 minutes? 8 minutes sounds real. Not every 8 seconds, 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes, I think. That's a fact. 8 seconds turned into 8 minutes, and now it's a fact. Want me to ask? Hey, Google, how many UFOs are reported every day in the world?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Hey, Google, how many UFOs reported every day worldwide?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Hey, Google, how old are you?
I was launched in 2016, so I'm pretty young. Did you think I was older?
Yes.
Nice. I love when people think I'm mature. You do think I'm mature, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I know I'm mature because I like mature things like sage cheese and a fine book.
UFOs are seriously a threat, not even a joke. Sign language? Oh, I didn't even think of that. You can do sign language to Google Nest. Hey, Google! Oh, I have to set it up for it to learn my sign. Oh, that's why it didn't work. That's right. I tried. This is UFO, right? That's the UFO. I know this one is sweep, right? This one is happy. I know, what is this? I learned this one. Bullsh. That's bullshit. You got the tail, and you got that. It's bullshit. I learned my sign the way I need to learn it. Off Curb Your Enthusiasm. And, all right, what do we got here? Hey, man. Saw you were going to talk about you're going to get one of humanoids. Oh. Man, it's got to be good. Huh? Planes, trains, automobiles, and also submarines? You never would have thought about UFOs running into submarines. And you know why? Have we ever heard of a collision underwater with the submarine? I say no. It's never happened. You know why? Because it's all government. It's all the military. It's all Navy. They're not going to tell us they got hit with the UFO. Come on now. What are we doing? Do a thumbs up. Take your other hand and wrap it around your thumb and pull it away. Do a thumbs up. Take your other hand and wrap it around your thumb and pull it away. Like this. How many are actually talking back at the screen? Tatanka. I know what Tatanka is. That's Dances with Wolves. That's when I learned my Native American languages. Tatanka. Bull. Right? Okay. So, you can't say the Red October. I knew somebody would say that. Yeah! Goofon wins. I knew it. I would have bet money somebody would have said that tonight. Good for you. Who said that? Tim Fricks. God, it's a good job tonight. It's a good job. Really good job. Good time. Good time. What's up, Claudia Rodriguez? Occam's Razor. Joe Monk in the house. Alien Girl. Uno. What's up, everybody? Doc Skinner. Off-World Adam Creation. J.P. Bastion. Valerian the Mac the Third. Oh, my hat. Did you notice? And the shirt. You see? I've gone all UFO crazy, man. That's what we do now. Look, in a few months, the age of the Goofon goes up 1. This is the last time I could ever act this immature. Oh, it's immature to wear a UFO I believe shirt? No. Now that's fine. But what's in it? It's over. Every year we have to not... I'm joking. You can... The older now I get, now I think I have the right. The older I get, the more immature I can be. Because when I'm 90, I'll be able to do whatever I want and get away with it. Nah, you funny old man, you. Nah, that won't happen in 30 years. 30? Jesus. Can you imagine doing this for another, let's just say 30, 25 years?
I know someone that...
Yeah, I was gonna, what is this? Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. I thought this was something else. This is stories. DJ sent this to me. It says, watch, NOAA has discovered a species of humanoids living in our oceans. Alien UFO Disclosure 2021. Is that what this is? Sounded like a story.
I know someone that works for NOAA. The disclosure rumors are 100% true, and the speech...
It's a story, isn't it?
...shifted the topic to alien...
Yeah, it's Chilly Dark Tales for Nights or something like that, right? Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. All right, well, I'll have to take a listen to that. I thought it was like another sighting or something. I was going to mix it in because we know UFOs have run into airplanes. We've seen that many a night. We talked about it on this show. You want me to show you? No. Let's show them. No. We're going to show. Watch. Shh. Get off of me. Get off. Stop, Ma. UFOs and planes collide. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Holy macadamian nuts. Here it is in 3, 2, go. Right here, kids. You understand? Something hit the aeroplane. It says NBA team survived plane crash scare after mid-air collision with UFO. It says it, UFO. I'm not kidding. Watch. Huh? Told you. NBA team survived plane crash scare after mid-air collision with UFO. And the reason it's a UFO and not a flock of seagulls. And I ran I ran so far away, I couldn't get away. I thought on the avenue. No one was hurt in the incident, which is understood to have occurred around 30,000 feet. Oh my gosh, where's the rest of the story? What it was? If you... you know, this is why I hate the internet a lot. The plane's nose was left completely caved in after an apparent collision with as yet unidentified object as Oklahoma flew to Chicago following their defeat to Minnesota Timberwolves. Why do you have to let everybody know they lost? You don't have to say, they got a beat down by them, you know? After they lost terribly, 120 to 88. It was the worst defeat in 26 years, but the UFO ran into their thing. You don't need to do that, add insult to injury. Jesus, Mary, and don't forget Joseph. Joseph. You understand? Oh, come on. We'll do one more. You know which one I'm looking for. You know, oh, there it is. This one. Remember this? Oh, Chinese passenger jet make emergency landing after being hit by UFO at 26,000. Whatever you do, don't go any higher than 26,000 feet, y'all. I mean, don't you get it? Stay out of that region. Obviously, you're not welcome. Running into things. See, to me, this one looks like it was a flock of seagulls at 30,000 feet. Now, come on, man. This is amazing. So we've already talked about planes, right? Submarines we'll never find out, so forget about that. But this is planes, trains, and automobiles tonight. Pretty wild stuff there. What? Did we read it? No. A passenger jet has been forced to make an emergency landing after an unidentified foreign object. Oh, God forbid. What? Oh, it was foreign. How do you know it was from the U.S.? Smashed into its nose cone at 26 large. A large dent and scraped paintwork was visible on the Air China Boeing 757 after it landed safely at Chengdu Airport. Chengdu, bless you, have been forced to turn back after the pilot said he was struggling to control the plane. Investigators are said to be baffled by the dent, reportedly ruling out a bird strike as no blood or feathers were seen around the impact site, but insisting traces of whatever caused the damage are likely to be found under closer inspection. Whoa! Hey! Mr. D.B. Cooper got a $5 super chat. Someday you eat bear. Sometimes the bear eats you, Mr. T. That is true. Very Confucius-like, Mr. D.B. Cooper 77 for the $5 super chat. That's right, folks. Tonight it's a threat. It's planes, trains, and automobiles versus UFOs. So far, UFOs 1, 2, planes zip. Do you think the UFO goes back to his planet, lands, and the news comes out and says, heard you ran into one of these 757s in the atmosphere over there. And then the guy in the UFO says, yeah, you won't believe it. Look what he did to my craft. I got a nice dent. I got all this white paint. You know, here I am. I bought a brand new sports model. Yeah, sports model. And this guy, he came out of nowhere. These people in their planes, I tell you, stay out of my airspace between 26 and 30,000 feet, or you're going to get run into. And I'm going to punch you in your plane's nose, which is what I think happened, as you see. The paint on my new sports model. Yes, sports model UFO. Just bought it. It's 2021. Frickin' airplanes. Learn how to fly! Can't share the airspace with these humans, I tell you. So you're saying these planes actually exist? Yes, they do, and they're huge. They're huge. 200-300 feet, I think. It's amazing you survived this impact at all, Mr. Alien. Oh, you calling me a liar? Just saying, we never have any evidence of these Boeing airplanes, that you talk about so much. Hey, I got the evidence all over my UFO's ass. You telling me it never happened? What hit my UFO? You tell me. That's how it would go down on an alien planet where the UFO is interviewing. You get the rest of this. Let's go to trains. I like trains in this situation because there's really only one story. So let me pull it up. Telling me that the train collides with UFO. This is a good story. We know about it. You've heard it before. Why even bother telling it again? Because look, it really happened. Train collide. Why? What? Where is it? Isn't this it? I think this is it. It felt like an earthquake early times. Why can't I remember what this one looked like? It had a certain je ne sais quoi. No, it didn't. No. I have to word it differently. UFO collides with train. Crashes into train. Because this story was good. Excusez-moi, Govi. This story was really good. If you remember, there was a train, and it was going somewhere. And out in the distance, there are these two UFOs. They see two lights in the distance. And from what I remember in the story, the UFOs get on the track and are heading towards the train. And the UFOs head right for the train, and it hits the train. And it did this. No, it didn't. I'm joking. But it did. It hit the train, and it caused damage to the train. Now, the conductor and the conductor's assistant were the witnesses to this. And when they left the train, they went into a waiting area, I believe, and they were watching the military run around. They showed up. He's like, why would the army show up to look at our train and all this? Then they got interviewed. It was, don't ever talk about it. And there was damage on the train. I'm trying to find it, and for some reason I can't. Stephen Karn says, Goof on. I would love to come and get high with you. The thoughts you have, you're so like mine when I get stoned. So we think alike. Who says I'm stoned? I'm stoned? Am I stoned? I'm not stoned. Let's just say I am lightly pebbled. I'm pebbled. Pebbled is good. It's a pebble high. I'm a functioning stoner. I'm not a stoner though. I'm not. I swear.
Why are they? What do they mean?
What do they?
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean?
he looking off to on the side there, to his right or your left? Who's he looking at? Who's over there? I tell you, know who's over there? It's the same person who's over here and over there. We use the same people. It's true. What else are we doing tonight? UFOs a threat to planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh, it's so original. Hey, that was good when it came out. I liked that movie. That was a good movie with John Candy and the other guy, Steve Martin. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so I can't find the train gang, but let's look for you. I'll find it. But there have been reports of trains getting followed by UFOs and lightly tapped. I can't think right now. Where am I going? What am I doing? All right, we got to go back. So let me split screen it. So let's go to planes. We did planes, we did trains, cars. UFO crash into cars. Into cars. Let's get it right. You remember this? This cop car got lightly tapped by a UFO. No threat. That was the one that the one that bent the antenna 90 degrees and it broke the windshield. The guy never changed the car, even though the light in the front got he saw a ball of light. Here's a picture. And the ball of light played chicken with him. And I don't know who won, but it looks like the cop survived, of course. But what is this? Oh. Yeah, well, all this stuff has remained. He kept it original. It remained in its proper place, I was trying to say. There he is. That's the officer. That's Tim McMillan in the future. McShillen. Rat bastard. This car is on display at several UFO events across the nation. After all these years, now you're taking a picture of it? Let's go a little further. Look at this. Can you imagine? And it's even concaved. Concaved means it's caved in, folks. And there's the broken antennae. See it? It's not 90 degrees. It's more like 42. Oh, there he is. Look at that guy. That's him. Well, it's 40 below and I don't give a fuck. Got a heater in my truck and I'm off to the rodeo. Well, down I'm on the left and down I'm on the right. Come on, you fucking let me get your right step right. Get on the stage, you goddamn fool, you know. Piss me off. Doodle-doo. If in jerk. Doodle-doo. It gets on my nerves. Here comes Johnny. He's a one-ball man with his pecker in his hand and he's off to the UFO. Well, down I'm on the left and down I'm on the right. You crashed into my car and I get real fright. I can't believe I survived the thing at all. There's Jed. He ain't dead. He still has his head. Poor little guy. He's barely walking, but he still wants to talk about the UFOs. They hit his car. He lost his bra. What? Yeah, just writing shit. And there he is. On the hood of the car, without a bra. All right. Now here's a picture. When it hit him, he skid out of control. Amazing. The guy barely had his wits about him. He couldn't believe that this ball of light came flashing right at him. And boom, right in the kisser. UFO, card show damage to the headlight. Okay, I figured this story out. I figured it out. I figured it out. This guy never ever had an event. What is going on? He never saw a UFO. Nope, never happened. This guy wanted to save his job because he was out at the bowling alley drinking when he should have been working, and he lost control of the car. So he's going to say, oh man, the bright lights from that truck were a UFO. I was on the wrong side of the road. Oh my God, if they find out I was drinking, just say it's a UFO. Just bent the antenna, have a baseball bat to the front headlight. Hell, I'd even throw myself on the windshield if I knew I could bend it without breaking it. And he did. Or it was a UFO. COVID. Hey, Knowledge 888. Goof unread the story. A plane landed after 37 years. Oh. Good idea. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Hold on, let me grab it. I thought... Did you send it to me? But I know there's a story about that. Let's just pull it up. Plane lands after 37 years. Here it is. Fake story, it says. Brandley Boone J with a $5 super sticker. It's a pair of ha-has. Thank you very much. That's what the sticker means.
एक रहस्यमय प्लेन जिसने लैंड किया पूरे 37 साल.
Huh? No, I'm getting crazy. We're in hour number 2. Just started. Top of the hour, 9 a.m. Holy mackerel. It's 9 p.m. here in Arizona. Brandy, thank you very much, you guys, for the super chats and Knowledge 888. But where is it? Let's dive into this rabbit hole. Let's do it. Thank you, Brandley Bunjay. Bungie. See, this story here... Hold on, let me see something. All right, they didn't put it up. Hey, why am I not subscribed? Holy shit, no wonder why I'm not getting... How did it unsubscribe? You guys seeing this? Look. It says I am unsubscribed to Third Phase of Moon. I'm going to go to my... I've been telling them. You heard me say it. I'm not getting any what do you call it? Notifications. Hold on. Let's go to Third Phase. No, goof on. And see. I want to see something. This is bullshit. Okay, look. Subscribed. How does that happen? I knew it. I knew I was subscribed. But why am I not getting notifications? Didn't you just see? Where was I? I was on their channel. Wait, I was on... Look. Hey, now it says subscribed. But look at this. Now the bell doesn't say I'm getting all notifications. You have to go to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where I was. Hey, it did it. I didn't do that. Look, now it says I'm not. No wonder why we don't. No wonder. This is called, you know what? I don't want to say it. That's bullshit. Wow. I just saw me unsubscribed, then subscribed, and then not getting all notifications, then getting all notifications, all in a matter of a minute. You just saw this. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm subscribed here. Wow. That is bizarre. Wow, we haven't put a video up in 3 days? All right, we got something coming up. Trust me. Well, now let's get back to what we were doing here. I was going to a plane that landed after 37 years. Let's see if I can play this. It's from Navneesh Bajwaj. All right. I'll just play I'll do fair. This is fair use because we're figuring shit out. Here we go.
Friends, recently a Malaysian Airlines plane disappeared, flight MS-370, and the news was on every newspaper and TV channel. But this is not the only news. We have heard of many such news in past about ships and planes disappeared near Bermuda Triangle. But today, we are discussing about a true incident, which is more exciting than these news, because this makes us wonder how to believe on it. In year 1992, a plane DC-4 with 57 passengers on board.
I just can't do it anymore. I just can't. And yes, 1028, sure. Yes, Doc, I will be participant to your audition to Third Phase UFO Report. Doc's gonna be making video as well. That's what we need.
Secrets in the field.
That's what we need, Doc. All right, 37 years. Good to see that you're gonna be doing that, man. Everybody knows you got the editing skills. Everybody knows who you are, and everybody will enjoy what you do. Whatever you
एक
do.
रहस्यमय प्लेन
Shut up!
जिसने लैंड किया
And all that. All right, I'm trying to look for a good story here. All right, should we not do this plane? Did a plane land, and everybody's saying it's fake? Landed 37 years after takeoff. Let's see if this is a good story here. Okay, let's see. I think this is America. Yeah. Oh, we could do Brightside for a minute. All right, Brightside, don't let me down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard Flight 914. Please fasten your seatbelts and observe the no smoking sign. We will take off in 5 minutes. When we're at our cruising altitude, refreshments will be served to you. Our flight will take 37 years. I wish you a pleasant trip. What would you do if you went on a vacation to another city and suddenly found yourself in another country altogether? I guess more adventurous types would even enjoy such a change of plans. But most of us would be confused. Anyway, I bet even the most reckless of adventurers would at least raise an eyebrow if told they'd flown for close to half a century. On July 2nd, 1955, Pan American Flight 914 made its way from New York to Miami, Florida. It was a fine, sunny day, and 57 passengers on.
Okay, so really, I mean, did the plane actually land and the passengers were still on board? There's that show that they had 2 seasons of before we had this Coco Chanel thing happen in the last year. I can't remember the name of the thing. It was where the plane disappeared for 5 years and they came back and families moved on. You know, husband or wife remarried, has other kids. It's really wild, man. It was a really good concept. And then they started to figure out it was a government thing, that they were trying to use this technology that threw people back in time or forward in time or in through a wormhole, Stargate, whatever you want to call it. Multiple universes, alternate realities. It had it all, this show. It's pretty cool. The writing wasn't that great. I'll give you an example. Lady's a cop. She goes missing for 5 years. They think she's dead on this airplane. She comes back. They give her a gun and a badge in a few days. Hey, you still you over there? You look younger. How are you younger and we're older? Never mind that. I'm having these visions. A woman is screaming. Yeah, we saw that woman too. She's dead right now. And then she cracks the case wide open. No, she's not dead. She's trapped. She's under the house. She's under the house. It got crazy. But imagine, I have to have filler in between, or this will not be an educational use of the Fair Use Act for playing videos from other people.
Aboard the plane, we're looking forward to seeing the warm beaches and palm trees of Florida. The plane took off without trouble, but 3 hours later, when it should have already landed at the destination airport, it was nowhere to be seen. Radars of the control tower in Miami didn't show any approaching aircraft, and no distress signals were received either. When air traffic control contacted the New York Tower, they got a perplexing reply. Flight 914 just disappeared from the radars in midair.
Okay. Now you got my attention. Let's go fast forward and find out what happened to these people. Can we do that? 1985, here we go.
There's much dispute about the credibility of this event. Back in 1985, a tabloid called Weekly World News was the first to cover this story. And yes, I just said 1985, 7 years before the most popular version appeared. Later, the same newspaper retold the story twice more, only with other details, and with 1992 set as the date of the time-traveling aircraft appearing in the future. The picture of Juan de la Corta, the air traffic controller in Caracas, also differed from the 1985 original, so the story was largely announced fake, and it became sort of an urban legend. However, the legend still lives, and many sources retell it in their own way.
So nobody will ever know what happened to this aeroplane. Was it a UFO? Could have been. Did you see the video last night from Third Phase of Moon? I've got to show this to you. And I'm really, I think I figured it out. I hope not, but I really do. I see NASA is lying to us. This is awfully bad. This doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any worse. And I'm going to expose NASA right now. Yes, I said NASA. Get over it. I do it on purpose for effect. Ready? Of who? Okay. That's the coolest thing.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report. It's kind of breaking news right now. I received an email from Anomalies and The Real Deal. He has a YouTube channel. He keeps a close eye on the ISS, and just moments ago, within the past 12 hours, he noticed something crazy that was captured on the ISS cameras. Watch this.
I figured it out.
All right, we're looking at this incredible footage right now. I've got the panel with us. We've got Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions, including Rich from GoofOn, and my brother Brent, and we're going to be going over this crazy stuff. The video is rolling right now. This is an interesting video that is unlike anything I've seen that's come into Third Phase of Moon over the years in regards to ISS anomalies. So let's break it down. Let's get to it. Let's start it off with Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions. You just watched this video moments ago. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's awesome. It's really cool that we were able to get this from the ISS, and it's nothing like I've ever seen before. At first I thought, but then I realized, oh, this is the ISS camera, so it's probably not doctored. Now I'm watching it, the close-up of what looks like, I have two thoughts, either plasma lining, that could be a cloaking device or mechanism. The other could be that when is this a regular light, or is this an infrared beam light that's shining on this? This is another question I have, because you can't see it beyond this sphere where the beam is shining on it. Other than that, it disappears, but you do see the sparkling. And the other thing that is very compelling, a lot of people would probably say this is fake because the stars are in different colors, but I own, as well as the boys own, a Psionics night vision camera, and when you look at the stars, when you see maybe 1,000 up there, you turn this camera on and the stars will look like this, colorful, twinkly Christmas lights. So that's another point of proof that this is out in space, because you're not having the atmosphere layers diffusing the image. But this object, could it be a stone structure like the Hawaiian named structure? It was a big boulder.
The Oumuamua.
Thank you. I could not think of the name. Correct. And it's like as if though a light was shining on that as it was passing by. But
when you
pass the
extrapolate
light beam, it's gone. But you also see these objects coming up above it and below it, staying in time with the motion of whatever this is we're seeing. I mean, plasma, cloaking, I don't know. You could say it's just something traveling through space and the infrared picks it up, but the fact that these objects above and below are staying in time with it is what makes you go.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, right, Doc? Because we're noticing these anomalies, these lights that appear around it right before it appears. This thing appears to shapeshift, morph in its weird way, but we can confirm that this was captured on 2 different live feeds coming in from the ISS.
So what I was saying, I think I know what it is. And you're going to be upset.
Right now?
A month ago, Mary Hall sent me a video. This was a long time ago. I think it was a month and a half ago maybe. And it had this anomaly. I was just looking for it. I forgot about it. And yeah, I know I'm not, you guys are way behind me on this thing. I thought I put in the chat that I got it. I'm unmuted. So what you're looking at, Mary Hall sent me something a month or so ago, and it's the same thing. And I don't know what it was. It had a familiar look to it. But you're looking, the ISS is always looking towards the Earth. And what we have here is a bunch of bullshit. This is the Earth. You're looking at clouds passing by. What they did, I think the ISS camera is in a case on the outside, and I think they put something over it. And we're looking through like a pinhole of the Earth. And I think what they're doing is lying to us. See, don't worry about how this looks. There's something going on with the camera, I think. It is weird. But if you notice, it's a circle. And the weird thing about it is there are these other anomalies you see, the white dots. Well, I don't think that this cover that is put over it is 100% blocking out what is out there. Now, you could look at it this way and say, Okay, it's nighttime. The ISS is looking towards the Earth. And maybe they're covering up the camera because this object is passing by that is very bright. Maybe they're trying to cover it up here on the side. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's two different camera angles from what I think are two different sources. But this looks like the clouds that you would normally see during the daytime. So either the ISS is lying about their location, or they do not have it synced up with the right time that we think we're looking at the Earth for whatever reason. I think we're looking at a big mistake by ISS and they're trying to cover it up. I don't know how. But I believe that everything we see is not live. I think it's all recorded. And I think when something unusual comes by, they cover it up. That's not digital. That's nothing. That's just the clouds and stuff moving by, I think. It's my opinion. And I think there's just something, some sort of lens that they use. Maybe it's a special lens. Because we could only see in certain spectrums. Maybe that's a IR or, night vision, infrared, heat. Is that a UFO passing by the ISS? And they're trying to cover it up by putting something over the camera. And it didn't cover it all up. Or maybe whatever we're looking at is so damn bright, to not kill the camera, they have this thing they put over it. And it protects the camera from getting overexposed and burning out the insides. I don't know. But when you get down to it, you have to do what? Think of the most simplest thing. It's usually the right answer. I think this is the Earth. I think they're covering it up. And we're looking through a small hole. But then what are these things flying by, right? Well, they're not actually flying. I think we're seeing parts of the Earth. See, there it is. There's the circle. Let's watch. Let's see what happens. Doesn't it look like clouds, rivers, and all that stuff? Are we looking at another planet? Are they testing out a new telescope? See this down here? If you saw the whole picture, all this would be in sync. That dot and whatever's passing by the circle. And these red, white, and blue dots, that's just part of the camera. It's like a spectrum camera. What is that one called? Infraspectrum? It gives off these different colors like the stars. See, this looks like clouds and stuff. And this down here is moving with whatever's up here. Look, we'll go back. I'll prove it. Watch, it's going this fast, right? So watch. It's going this fast, right? Here it is, going this fast, right? Perfect. That's it. That's all it is. I think I'm right. I don't know why it's up here, but now it's up here. And it's not in a circle. It looks like it was pretty much out in the open, but it is zoomed in a little bit. And then look at the screen go crazy. I don't know, man. It's either one of two things. It's either we're looking at the Earth through a black dot. I'm sorry, a hole. Hey, pause this. You could even see here and over here on the other side, and it's like we're seeing through whatever's covering it up. You know what I mean? You see this here? You can see some of these popping up, and it's like you're looking through. See here? That dot? It's the Earth moving by it. It's this going by that. That looks like a face. That's all this is. Watch. Watch how crazy all these dots get. Babe, it's going crazy. What's going on? I don't know. I think it's the UFO. Now watch. Not there. Come on. Right here. Come on. So you can see stuff moving here. Here. Like that dot there. See, it's just underneath. It's peeking through all of these dots. It's like not a perfect cover. So all this black, you could liken it to like they put a cloth over the camera and we're able to see through one hole. And the rest, like these are just breaks in the fabric or something, but all this is what's going on behind. I promise you. That's what I think. Am I saying anything now?
Captured a month ago from Mary Hall. She's also an ISS fan, watching the live feeds, submitting incredible footage to us right here at Third Phase Moon and Goof On. And what's crazy is that this phenomenon is back. I want to get Brent's opinion here.
Yeah, this is a cool sighting. I like that there's actually two representations of what's happening at the ISS. We're seeing this spheric ball of light, and we're seeing kind of this clouded, what is it? That's the big question. It seems to be wrapping around this pulsating energy, this bulbous light. How big is it is a question. And then the second video, we see this, like, it looks and almost reminds me of the Predator cloaking ship or something out of Star Trek, where it just kind of comes out and it just shows its cloaking device and you get a glimpse of it. It's so strange.
So Doc, does this seem otherworldly to you or something conventional, something in our asset?
No, this looks like, oh my God, this doesn't look like something that we would be playing with, but who knows?
All right, so what I'll do now, let's go to Mary Hall. It was back in a few months ago, I think. Oh, wow, she's putting up a lot of videos. Wow, we should take a few looks at these. I want to find that video she sent me, though. It's over a month ago. So let's go over now. We're going to look around. Some asteroids. All right, I remember this. We're getting close. I want to show it to you. I think she put it up here. If not, I know I have it somewhere. I think it was called Something Strange. Should be right around this area. Here it is, I think. No, it's not it. What the hell? What is this? What the? Okay, so if we're looking down on Earth, that looks like land and lights. Okay. Right? That's what this looks like. Maybe there's cloud cover. This looks like city lights and stuff. Can you imagine if that was a UFO? Yeah, these are city lights. Pretty cool. Wow. That's so wild. Yeah, you can see the coastline and everything. It's pretty cool. All right, that's not it. Pretty interesting, though. See, that's what I think we're seeing with this blob. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. There's just too many now. But I know a lot of you have seen it with me. We've played it. Yeah, I can't find it. They all look the same. I have it in an email. I'll have to get it. It'll take me a minute to go through 1,000. Wow, these are pretty nice, though, you have to admit. So cool. See, that's what we're looking at. That's it. This is it. Oh, well, look at that, just by chance. Now cover this whole thing up and just put a little tiny hole, and that's what you're seeing is just a hole. Pretty good. Pretty good. Watch this. Now imagine this passes by the hole. That's what you would see. Watch. Let's go back.
In kind of this clouded,
Like, you guys always have
being reflected from within the lens,
Right there.
reflecting on a brain structure. So
That's it.
Peculiar
For
anomalies.
some
that-
reason, it's happening, and we're only seeing a hole.
see it. I mean, this is just groundbreaking.
3 weeks ago?
We got to thank the submitters. Go ahead, Rich.
I'm inside the camera, like the circuit.
You know, that's a
See?
good question. I'm looking at it too, and there are these.
That's what we just saw.
peculiar anomalies.
That's amazing. You found it today. It's 3 weeks ago. All right, let's go find it 3 weeks ago. Seems like longer than that. You might be right, though. Brandely Benjay with a $3 super sticker with a pair of thumbs ups. Thank you very much again. That was very nice of you. Very super generoso. Super generoso. I don't see it. I don't know where to look. This is so hard. Yeah, it's not there. No. See, anytime something goes from right to left, I'm very suspicious because that's the way the ISS is moving over the Earth, coming from the left, moving right. So I need to see stuff. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know where to look. That's to the sunset. It's not there. It's not here, I doubt. Just a video. Look in the deck. No. A place I've no. See, none of these seem like they have that video on there. Well, I'll find it. I'm not going to be able to find it now. It takes too much time. Capiche? Do you capiche? It is good, though. Let's see what's going on. Anything yet? Third phase? They haven't put up a video yet. That was last night. You won't believe. They also went back to the pyramid.
The people have demanded for us to go back to the pyramid, the discovery on the big island of Hawaii. You demanded it. We ask our panel while we're on location to ask us questions, what they think or what they want to know about this mega structure.
Hey there, Blake and Brent, and everybody watching us tonight at Third Phase of Moon. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Cousins brothers
Michael!
for going back out and revisiting this location. An incredible point of curiosity, seeing this pyramidal structure in Hawaii. I do have a few questions for you now that you're out on location.
Okay, Rebecca, we'll go back to that. Right after this. All right, let's go back now then. To Mary
Some
Hall.
even go as far as to say
Oh, come on. I don't want this. Thank you, Rebecca Turner. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Here it is, guys. It's from 3 weeks. January 7th. Same thing. Mary Hall got it first. I hear crickets eating ants. Yep, this is it. This looks like a different version than the one I have. The one I have, it's over here, I think. This is a different version. This isn't the same thing I have. This is a different version. But that's it. That's part of it. You're right. Yeah, the one I have, it's older than this, but this is very similar. I mean, that is it. But the one that I have looks like the one that Third Phase of Moon has, so it doesn't show that in here. It's sad. I wonder why that's happening. Yeah, I think what they do is they put the camera to sleep, maybe, to reboot some stuff.
That the passengers of the plane...
Oh, come on already with that. So where's... Oh, your mother's got 19 socks. And she's got a club foot. Oh. Oh, there it is. They're premiering in 1 hour and 25 minutes. All right.
On location and live. The first being, knowing that you guys are quite versed in discovering ancient artifacts such as bottles of days past, essentially giving us a peek into our industrial history. Does the site look stable enough to deeply excavate?
Notice that there are large boulders placed in a way that seems flat along the surface of the structure itself, but what holds it together, again, we're looking at it, there's no mortar whatsoever. You just see small rock filling the place as mortar. So this, in my opinion, kind of gives a date to how old this structure is, along with the vines that have been surrounding the structure from the banyan tree. The banyan tree was introduced to Hawaii in the 1700s, so it definitely dates, in my opinion, with the roots surrounding it, that this is over 200 years old. But then again, we can't really exactly date what it is, how old it is, until we get a geological survey, some archaeologists down here to really clarify what's going on. We've reached out to the news, we've reached out to universities, and nobody's really getting back to us. I don't know why, because I got a feeling this is one of the major discoveries right here in Hawaii.
In addition, I have another question for you concerning perhaps some of the other structures that may or may not be on the location. Is this the only structure of its kind in the area? Or are there remnants of other architectural endeavors along with this particular structure?
We didn't see any kind of like-kind structures, any kind of thing that resembles what you see behind me. It's kind of interesting because you would think that you would see other kind of like-kind mega structures. What's it doing out here in the middle of nowhere? It's a good question. We actually sent some pictures to an archaeologist here on the Big Island, had him look over it. He didn't know exactly what it was. He said it wasn't Hawaiian. It doesn't look like any kind of Hawaiian structure that he's seen, but he also said that it looks very strange due to the fact there's no mortar between the rocks. It's just basically rock, large stone, and small stones to make up as mortar. So it's very interesting. How old is it? We're not exactly sure.
Pretty cool. And they were there earlier, 6 months ago, I believe. And me and Michael did a video on it. And it was pretty cool. I was surprised that they played it last night. But you can see the difference in the water. Knows this. They've been there their whole lives. Nobody's ever spoken about it. It's not in any books. So that's just a trickle of water compared to what they were just looking at, right? Right, look at that.
So it's a little rough. It's a little deep at the moment, but it's really clear as well. We're looking through the water underneath the surface of the water.
There, because I asked him, has anybody ever been there that you know of? He's like, nobody would have found it. Nobody knows this. They've been there their whole lives. Nobody's ever spoken about it. It's not in any books. So this is a find, a historical find by Brenton Blake. It's crazy. Look how beautiful it is, though.
It's gorgeous. It seems to be an absolute paradise, and at one time probably was just that. I did think it was interesting that they had mentioned that they waited 3 years to go back to this location. Perhaps they were waiting to see who else. Now, leading up to it, there's a possibility that at one point that there were some sort of stairs that were set there, and he mentions that there seems to be something across the stream as well. So perhaps this is part of an entire complex of different constructs that are left over from the days of the ancient Hawaiians. But, upon first glance, my thought is there's been plenty of time and weather that's obviously, traversed this landscape. And, there's a good possibility that the formation of the stairs in front of this pyramid object was much more formated. There had more form earlier on. What do you think, Rich?
Yeah. Well, absolutely, because, if they have any torrential rain over there, I'm sure it would flood and, eventually wear the rocks down. It depends how old it is, too. I mean, is it 800 years old? Is it 1,000? Is it...
Well, that's very interesting in trying to determine how old this structure might be. Again, at first glance, this reminds me of the structures in Chichen Itza, Mexico, in respect to the fact that they are pyramids, but they all have this step-like architecture running throughout their design. So we're not looking at the smooth edges of, let's say the pyramids in Egypt, but we're seeing this more stepped formation, and I'm not really sure what that means, but I've seen this in other cultures as well. I believe the Aztecs used this sort of design too. But that being said, in terms of trying to determine maybe when this thing was constructed, maybe start and look and say, all right, there are similar designs here. Perhaps this is from the time period of the Mayans, or something along those lines.
It looks so unbelievable to me. It looks like a movie set, it looks like you could film Star Wars there. You could it's like a Romancing the Stone, or
well, like you said, Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing. This is what they do. They go out and look for this kind of stuff, historical finds, things that nobody else has ever touched in our lifetimes. It's amazing.
So
it's beautiful.
What would you say is one of the first things that makes you believe this might be man-made, Rich?
Pretty cool, man. All right, so let's move along. We've got one more thing. There's a Bigfoot hunter that is filing a lawsuit. A British Columbia man says he has evidence Bigfoot is real and wants to present it in court. Tom Walsh, with How Todd Standing, intends to prove the existence of Sasquatch to the BC Ministry of Wildlife and Fisheries. And here is the video. And 3, 2, egouge.
This is such a big deal. If there are man-like primates running around in the wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, this is very important.
Todd Standing has dedicated most of his life to proving that Bigfoot is real. And now he says he has evidence and wants to go to court to present it.
I'm going to go to court to prove two things with PhDs, police officers, fingerprint experts, forensic experts, immense amounts of profound information. All these professional
Good luck, Chief.
Are going to testify Sasquatch is real.
This is Harrison Hot Springs, the heart of Bigfoot country.
That guy's name could be Harrison Hot Springs. I thought he was gonna. All right. Hey, look at that face. Hello, I'm Tom Walsh.
For many here, it's nothing more than just a tourist attraction.
But Todd thinks otherwise, and now he's gone to the BC Ministry of Wildlife and Fisheries to petition them to recognize the Sasquatch.
This guy's actually working his ass off. He's doing a report for City News, holding his own camera without a stabilizer. It's amazing to me in this day and age, even.
As a legitimate species.
Oh, Jesus.
I want
I thought it was real.
Law courts to force the BC Fish and Wildlife to take responsibility for the species.
What do you think? This guy's going to have a trial? You think he's going to be able to, can he? Should he? I don't understand. How does he file a lawsuit? Oh, so what is he going to do? He's going to go in there with his evidence and say, okay, it's real. Now, make some laws to protect it? Is that what he's doing? Because that would be kind of cool. But how do you file a lawsuit against a city or a state? Why? What makes him think that he has proof? Because I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of Bigfoot shows, and there was a Bigfoot show that was on, I think, the History Channel, Discovery Channel, one of these channels. And they collected the biggest and best evidence from all around the world. Hair samples, scat samples, big footprints, little footprints, you name it. Scat that they do. And there was even one that had body imprint. And they, every one of it that was tested, the hair came back as dog, sheep, bear, wolf, right? The scat came back as dog, sheep, bear, wolf, coyote. I know it's in the same family as wolf, but I digest. And then they got other samples like the feet. The big feet with little toe prints in it. Even like you can see that Bigfoot had a toe print. That was dismissed as inconclusive. All the stuff was dismissed. All the big evidence they had on the show. And at the end of the show, I think it was Josh Gates, and he says, with all the evidence in the world, with all of the things found throughout Asia, India, Peru, United States, Africa, we still don't have evidence of Bigfoot. How is this possible where thousands of people report sightings of Bigfoot? Between you and me, I think Bigfoot should have been found by now. With everybody out there. How come this creature evades us? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It's bizarre. That's it for tonight. I want to thank everybody who hung out. Thank you for your super chats, and the moderators, thank you for keeping the show sane. Thank you very much. You all are generous in each and every way. Thank you. And newcomers and veterans, thank you for hanging out and giving the show a visit. Hope you had a nice time. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, right here on YouTube. And remember, folks, if you ain't looking out, you ain't looking up for ufology. Third phase is coming up in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Keep your eyes to the skies and buckle up. They got something good for you. Good night, everybody.